championship rounds are here. The dig is on. So you guys obviously liked the last video. It did very, very well. We appreciate you. We appreciate you tuning in. Before we go any further, hit that subscribe button. Hit that damn subscribe button. And then I'm going to take you on a whole new journey. Because I'm guessing the reason you liked the last one was because I spoke about 2,000 calories at 260 pounds to get shredded. Well, this morning I was 255 pounds, but now I'm eating 1,800 calories. Yeah, you heard that, 1,800 calories. So the dig is truly on. We are in the business end. We've got 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 12 weeks out. So there's still a long road ahead of us, but we need to get ready for this first show. And I should have done this a lot sooner. I should have made these changes a lot sooner. I should have seen this coming, but I didn't. I thought it would be different this time, as I do every time. But I'm going to take you through the updates, take you through what's going on now, and take you through why this is truly going to be the point at which we see some crazy changes happening very, very quickly to this physique. This is where we go from lean to fucking peeled out of my brain. I'm not going to record too much in the gym today because I'm nearly at the end of my session. My wife has to get her session done, and she's totally thin. But changes to training are the thing that I won't spend long talking about today because there's not really been any. The only real points of note are that at this point, the most important thing, and really the only important thing for muscle retention, is maintaining a very, very high level of mechanical tension. Easiest way to do this is lift the most weight with the best form and try and get as close to the reps that you have been doing previously. Now, I've only really started seeing, I don't want to say consistent regressions, but a theme of regression or maintenance over the last 2 to 3 weeks. And before that, I managed to hold on to a lot of my performance, which is great. It's probably a large reason my body weight's barely shifted. But I am now starting to see that. And Joe has said this week in check-in, 1 rep in reserve now. Let's not be going for those reps, because those final reps, that 0 to 1 RPM, that is what is going to dig the hole there. It's very, very difficult to get out of. Also, the reps that carry, of course, the most risk. So these are things that we obviously don't want to be pushing close to. We're not interested in it. So a lot of my rep ranges have now gone to the lower end, so I'm doing nothing above 15 reps. The majority is between 6 to 12 on almost all movements. And I'm just trying to maintain. Legs are holding well, back is holding fairly well, push is starting to decline, and arms are okay. So that's where we're at the moment. That is the state of play. But effort, output, intensity are the only currencies here. You can see my hand is shaking. So I will end this clip here and get back to the final set of my session. Yeah. So back from upper, I took some really, really good shots today that I'm very happy with. I'm really trying to nail the mantis pose because I think it can look really good. Here it is, if you can see this, hopefully, if I turn the brightness up. If it focuses. I'm very, 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 very happy with that shot today, which is cool. And I thought I'd just sit down whilst I eat post-workout part 2 and talk you through the nutritional changes. So after I checked in with Joe on Wednesday, I had a 1-day refeed. Day after, weight spiked up, classic. My high day was only 500 carb, which for someone my size is not that much. And I said to him, look mate, I feel miles off. Like, we're 5 weeks out now. I feel a long, long way off. And I'd been thinking this for a few days, like in terms of all my experiences before, I always go into a prep and very naively think, oh, this will be different this time. I'll be able to do it on high food and low cardio. It's just never the way for me. If I look back to my most successful prep, it was when I won my pro card, 2019, and it was like 8 weeks from off season to prep. As you can imagine, food immediately got dropped low. It was, you know, a real slog, but I got lean very quick. And I think, unfortunately, I'm just one of those people who just has to dig. I just have to eat poverty calories, if you will. So I said, Joe, let's make the changes here. And he's gone with some I got what I asked for, put it that way. He really went for it in a big way. So the new calories are 1855 of the calories, 240 protein. He slashed my protein by 20 grams, that hurt. My fats are down to 35 and my carbs are at 145. My only 2 carb servings are pre and post workout. So pre-workout, whey protein, cream of rice, banana. Post-workout, chicken breast, vegetable and 50 grams of rice. And then thereafter, it's just protein, fruit, dark chocolate, beef and veg, and then my Ninja Creamy. That meal 3, which is whey, I've made into, I'm going to have this Ninja Creamy. You're not taking that away from me. But the idea here is just to reduce the volume, which is, it maybe sounds counterintuitive. I just said to Az, like, imagine how the favourite thing in your day is the veg you get to eat, and he's even taken that away from me. And the thought process there is reducing food volume, reducing fibre intake, reducing protein intake. All of these things, they slow gastric emptying, they slow digestion. And for me, when I wake up and I feel bloated and I weigh in and my weight's not where I want it to be, it stresses me out. So this is a stress reduction protocol, a weight reduction protocol, and I'm very, very confident that this is going to get me absolutely shredded very quickly. So stay tuned over these next couple of weeks. There's going to be some changes coming. We'll sit down a bit later and I'll talk you through the drug changes. There's been some changes to stack as well. But yeah, man, we're digging in. The heels are getting dug in now. Rolling. Good morning, people. GM. It's a good fucking day, man. It's a good fucking day. So we spoke you through the food changes yesterday and a little bit about training changes, and we have seen immediate impact, which is exactly what I need to see. I'm not afraid of hard work. I really don't mind doing the hard work, putting the hard yards in. What I struggle with is when that hard work does not come to fruition and there's no reward at the end of that hard work, there's no gratification. And I think, did I speak about this yesterday? I think I did, didn't I? That I reflected on previous preps, and I think that actually I should have done this way sooner. But you know, you always want to do the optimal prep. You always want to do it the right way, the easy way. I just don't think I've got that in my locker. Like, I have to just eat not much food. So anyway, to cut to the chase, this morning 114.5. So at 5 weeks out, I'm now 5 kilos above the cap. In the last 2 days, 3 kilos has come off, and that's 1.8 kilos. No, 0.8 kilos lower than my previous low, and that's the first time we see 114. So I am buzzing with that. And there we go. That is the update for today. We've got legs on the menu, which I'm looking forward to, and we've got a well-needed rest day tomorrow. And tonight we've got England versus Switzerland. So the vibes are good, man. There's no refeed coming. There's no reward for this other than to see the scales keep coming down. But I'm okay with that. The adjustments that we've made have really shifted things along. And later on, we will go over the final adjustments to the plan, which will be drugs. And then we'll wrap the video up. But yeah, it's a good day. We've seen a big weight drop. Physique's looking good. Starting to see the hammies coming in. The glutes are coming in. Hopefully, we'll try and get some footage today post-workout of posing so you can see me after working out. And stay tuned, man. Things are about to get turned up in the kitchen. We're going into 5th gear now. I'm ready for it. You catch us in the sickest whip we've had so far. I'm the happiest with this one. We've got a Toyota Corolla. So sick. £100 a week. Big up yourself, rude boy. The thing is, I'm happiest with this one because I don't feel bothered because it's reasonably priced. I don't feel like I'm out of pocket driving in this. It's still automatic. It's still got Bluetooth audio. Gets me from A to B. I'm calm. Anyway, we're on the way to legs 2, and then as I said, rest day tomorrow. So I'll finish off the final detail of the big changes that are being made. Not the biggest changes, obviously I took you through food, that was colossal. But the anabolics I think are going to make quite the big difference to water retention, and to, again, further fat loss, and kind of estrogen manipulation, if you will. So first thing I'm going to talk about is Clen. Clen's gone up from 80 micrograms to 120. That is a change that I'm actually most happy about, which is funny. The reason is, as prep goes on and you get fitter, cardio, it gets harder. The cardio you have to do has to be more strenuous in order to get your heart rate up, right? So the same amount of cardio you're doing, a while ago it was taking me around 23 minutes to get 350 calories done, which is pretty decent on a cross trainer. And then it was taking me like 26, 27, 28. Putting the Clen up means that my basal heart rate is obviously increased, my basal metabolic rate is increased, and therefore my cardio actually takes me less time to get the same calories done, which is great. That's nice, because that was hurting my legs for sure. So that's number one. In terms of anabolics, and in the next video I'm going to talk more about why I held off doing this for a while. Tren has now increased. So Tren is now up to 200 milligrams per week. That is the most Tren I've ever taken. The reason that's gone in such a high dose is because of Tren's action at the glucocorticoid receptor. Basically makes it a very, very effective anabolic steroid at protecting you from muscle loss. So when food is super low, when your recoverability is super low, maybe when training performance is starting to take a hit, all those things are very big risks, the amount of tissue that you're carrying. But Tren will protect you against that somewhat. I'll talk in the next video about why I didn't want to do that so early, and why we've held off putting it in and then increasing it. But testosterone has come down, so at this point test comes down. By bringing test down and increasing masteron slightly, we modulate the androgen to estrogen ratio. Okay, so my estrogen should in theory now be less, and my androgens will be higher. That is good for water manipulation, so that should mean that we carry less water, we drop further weight. And growth hormone has been reduced from 6 IUs to 3 IUs just pre-bed now. And again, this is another thing that kind of drives the RAS system, the renin, angiotensin, aldosterone system. So by reducing that, just putting it pre-bed, we're again going to kind of flush out some more water. Your himbine has gone out. Again, that is another thing that can impact your water retention, so that has been removed. And I think they are all the drug changes. So my total milligram per week dose now is at 1500. So fairly hefty for prep. And the only thing really I believe that is left to go in at some point will be Anavar. And I can imagine that will come in fairly soon, just in order to start driving that training performance forwards again. That is its kind of main benefit in a competition prep, as well as helping you load carbs a bit more. So they are the drug changes that have gone in. We are now just pulling up to dungeon, and it's time to get stuck into lower day number 2 of the week.
Amazing.
Did it actually?
Yeah.
Let me see.
You actually want to see?
Yeah.
You alright?
Yeah, every leg session it gets closer. It gets harder and harder to deposit the peas in the bank. But the peas get deposited nevertheless. We put them in the bank and then we go home and we eat 1100 calories.
Hello mushrooms.
Hello mushrooms, 50 grams of mushrooms. Of everything that I have to do for this prep, this is the hardest thing. The dieting, the cardio, the training is easy. The posing is fucking difficult. 10 out of 10. but I think we're getting there.